Hello all, I'm here with our weekly reading for the week of February 9th through the 15th. So we did just get done having the full moon in Leo. That was on Saturday. And the energy was very like upbeat, kind of, because Leos are very upbeat, very energetic. But I feel as if the full moon, and just from like the research I've been doing on it and whatnot, it was definitely a kind of energy of what do I want, not you who identify as, you know, the role that you're in. So not what do you want as like mother, father, brother, sisters, but you as your individual, you as self. What do you want? How can you live your life more authentically, more to you? And as I was doing readings for Sphinx and Snakeskin at their fair, and a lot, the energy of most of the readings, they all had the theme, that's the word, the theme of most of the readings I did was people who had to either release emotion or people who wanted to kind of be true to themselves and to live the lives that they want and go after what they want and be independent and be free thinkers and all of that. And I feel the full moon in Leo, especially with the sun being in Aquarius, it kind of was that vibe, because Aquarius are individualist, Leos are individualists, and they both have this energy that they want to live their lives true to themselves while also being able to have the people they love in their lives. So with that being said, I feel like the card of the week is perfect because it is the Two of Cups reversed. Now I know that we do have, I know that we do have Valentine's Day this week, so I know that love is being thought of a lot. But with the Two of Cups being the vibe of the week, we have to be very careful about the things that we say this week. We need to be very careful. Mercury is in Pisces, and that's already making us very overly sensitive, very touchy, feeling kind of misunderstood, feeling kind of like out of touch with reality. We're definitely, the way that we're communicating could be taken the wrong way, and we may be saying something and doing something else. And with Mercury being in Pisces, this kind of, it makes us a bit irrational. Okay, we don't think before we act, we just do. Okay, and a lot of times our emotions want us to do something different. So this week we may be seeing friendships kind of breaking up. We could be seeing relationships being poisoned, someone talking shit, finding out your friend did some shit. Relationships could be ending this week. We have a lot of things going on because we are having this feeling of stepping out into who we want to be, living the lives that we want, getting what we desire. And with Venus, now Venus is in Aquarius. Venus is in Aries. So we're feeling very direct with the people we love, with those that we express our love to. We're feeling direct, blunt. We are feeling kind of frisky, like we want to chase. We want excitement in our lives. We want excitement in the bedroom. We want excitement in our actual relationships. If you're married or if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, you're feeling like you want to like spice things up or have a spark, because Aries does not like, those with Venus in Aries, you guys do not like to be bored. My Venus is in Aries, so I get it. You don't like to be bored. You don't like to, you know, be understimulated, like you need excitement. So be very careful, again, I say, this week. Now, first card we have up here is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is all about, you know, knowing that we should do something, but choosing to not see the truth so that we don't have to react. In our relationships, friendships, unions, partnerships, whatever, we have this issue this week with what we actually do and how we actually feel, because there's a part of us that's not wanting to see things for what they truly are. A part of us does not want to, because if we see things for what they truly are, then we have to go past the fear and go past the feeling of not wanting to be alone or not wanting to be alienated, and we have to do something. And a lot of this is coming up with love and we're fighting our intuition. Okay, we have to be very, very careful. So in the beginning of the week, we may start to see some relationships, some friendships break down because we are trying to stay more true to ourselves. If Full Moon and Leo did anything, it was like, be true to who the fuck you are. So with us doing that, we have to kind of now be more real about how we truly feel. We have to be more real about the relationships we want to keep and those that we don't care. It's so funny that this is the vibe of the week because I literally was just going through my phone, deleting random numbers, random phone numbers of people I don't talk to, even people that I like have on social media but I don't speak to. It's like deleting. I feel like some of us are going to be purging this week, clearing the slate clean of those that do not help us live our best life. We only get one. So why shouldn't you have the things around you that you want around you? Think of it. Leo, Full Moon and Leo, that's the energy, that's identity, that's self, that's ego, right? So we are figuring out how to stay true to that. We're figuring out how we can, you know, honor ourselves. And that may cause relationships, friendships. You might find out a friend stabbed you in the back. You might find out, you know, some shit this week. You might have people coming at you this week, okay? But I do see that this will all be resolved. It'll be over. I feel like towards the middle of the week, it might be over. Like, we might not be really caring about it. I feel like by Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is what? Friday. Well, by Valentine's Day, we should be good. Now the Empress is here, so I'm feeling like sexuality is definitely going to be a theme of the week, especially with Valentine's Day. You know, we all want to be getting it in and going on dates and doing all that shit with those that we, you know, want to. So we have the Empress here, so a lot of us are going to be feeling very in our bodies. This is feeling very sexual, very attractive. We're feeling good, especially with that Full Moon in Leo. We're kind of feeling like, you know what, I am the shit. I do recommend going outside when it is warm, when you can get outside and under the sun. During the winter, we tend to isolate, and this kind of makes us feel very disconnected from others. So I do say go out and about, go outside. Definitely take some baths and do something that, like, you know, you could put on some oils, something that makes you feel very in your body. Okay, this is feminine energy on 100. Okay, she's definitely nurturing. So self-compassion is a very big thing. Self-love. If self-love for you this week is ending a friendship, then do it. If self-love for you this week is, you know, choosing to think before you act and do something that you might be afraid of, ending something that you may not really want to, but you have to, that's an act of self-love, okay? The Moon is here for us, which is telling me a lot of us this week. Like, this is going to be a week where you really have to look at that part of yourself that is afraid of being rejected. That part of yourself that's afraid of being, you know, looked at a certain way if you are who you are. You have to look at those things. Our intuitions are on 10 this week. Our intuition, you know, our emotions are trying to tell us something, but we have to think and we have to listen. I do think a lot of things that we may have been trying to avoid will definitely come up. And our inner wildness, I do feel like we need to tap into our inner wildness, to our inner animalistic nature, and kind of be who we were before society conditioned us, before we had to become someone else in order to be liked, in order to be. Leo is all like, I know I'm a badass bitch, I know I'm a star. So we need to ride that energy into this week, knowing that you are perfect. You were born perfect. You were born complete. You were not born a half of a whole. You were born a whole. And I think that this week we're definitely going to be realizing, you know what, I am the shit. I don't need certain things in my life. And you're going to be happy for the truth this week. When the truth comes out about certain situations this week, you will be very happy. Last, and we're leaving off with a very positive card. That's the Four of Cups reversed. So now we are appreciating life. Toward the end of the week, once those things all happen, you're going to be very much in that mood of, I'm grateful I see what this was for. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for the blessings in my life. Very first card, the Poet. Oh, right, and we have the Pilgrim here underneath too, the Poet. I think that's perfect for this week. Again, Valentine's Day, and because love is going to be in the air with that Venus and Aries. There might be a lot of one-night stands, a lot of crushes, a lot of admitting your feelings. Some people may be like professing their love or their attraction to other people this week, so that's going to be cute to see. There may be like a lot of, but you have to be careful with Aries because Aries also loses interest very quickly. Okay, so they could say they like you one day and 2 days later they don't want to talk to you anymore. So you have to be very, very careful if you are talking to anyone with a Venus in Aries. And I feel like this week is not the kind of week to start new relationships. Kind of focus on the ones you could have a crush, but not starting a relationship. So the first card we do have here is the Poet. The Poet. See where the Poet, here we go, the Poet. All right, the Artist, the Witness, the Truth Teller. What did I say? This week is about the truth. This week is about the truth, especially in y'all's relationships and your friendships. Okay, so the Poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Like I said, they must seek out the truth in the dark corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. The Poet energy is present. There is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The Poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the Poet's work, but do not be discouraged. Okay, so this is wise, timeless. This is clairvoyant. This is, you know, truth in its rawest form. Despite if your emotions are telling you, okay, no, you're afraid. No, truth this week. Tell the fucking truth. The Pilgrim. For the Pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest region of the spirit. Okay. So this card is basically saying to us, okay, this is rallying up our sense of adventure. Leo's all about adventure. And leads us out the door toward a new reality, a new way of life, a new way of seeing things. And this could be seeing things with yourself as the center. I was listening to a podcast. Not Steve Harvey. Was it Steve? No, it wasn't Steve Harvey. Dr. Phil. He has a book out that I can't wait to read. But he was saying, are you the star of your life? Are you the star? Ask yourself that question. Or are you the fucking co-star? And if you're the co-star, it's time to write a new script, start a new reality. The very last card that we do have here is the Mirror. Okay. This is having the courage. Also, the Pilgrim is having the courage to live your life for you. Now we have the Mirror. The very last card here is the Mirror. LXVI. I do like this one because it kind of makes me think of the moon, because it does have a moon on it. The Mirror. Woo, the Mirror. We look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and the danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with one inside, witnessing deeper self, pure awareness, the reflection, the illusion. I love that. I love that. I love that card so fucking much. A lot of times that we're afraid to see things for what they are is because we want those people in our lives. They make us feel better about ourselves. The Empress, I definitely like. This is coming into you, coming into your authenticity, coming and loving yourself for who you are, for how Mother Earth made you. This is love. This is beauty. This is... I love this message for this week. I love this message. Okay. This is staying true to yourself. The truth will set you free. Once we take ourselves out of the game of life well, not out of the game of life, but once we realize ourselves or who we are, our star power will make us definitely so grateful for us. Okay, I hope you guys did like this